So here are the 3 checkpoints for your perfect contact point in ground strokes. Hi and welcome to Rue's Tennis Lab. The correct contact point is necessary in order to hit the ball with the maximum speed and power. So in this video, I'm going to explain those 3 key points to have that perfect contact point, some common errors which a lot of players tend to make, and few simple drills to fix those problems. So let's get started. So let's start with the forehand side. The 3 key points, or the 3 checkpoints, are first the height of the contact point, how far out in front, and how far away from your body. So let me explain one by one in detail. So get into that starting position or your ready position. Make sure you're facing at the net. Do the unit turn. Get into that surface position. And then point the tip of the racket to the side fence. So we're going to start with how far away your contact point should be. So my right arm is fully extended. Let's just say that's number 10. I want you to fully tuck your arm in. That's number 0. Bring it to number 6 or 7. So in my case, it's just somewhere around there. And that's how far away your racket head should be from your body. Number 6 or 7. Alright, the second checkpoint is the height. So now you know the distance should be about 6 or 7. The racket height should be at your waist level or your pocket level. So it's not chest, not shoulder, not the belly button. There. That's the height, that's the ideal height of your contact point for your forehand side. The last checkpoint is how far out in front. So, side on position, number 7, your waist level, your contact point should be in front of your body. So it's not there, it's not behind your body, it's in front. So you can always use that front foot as the measurement. Your racket should be out in front about where your front foot is. And this is your most ideal contact point for your forehand side. The reason why it's ideal is because that spot is where you can put the maximum power to your shot when you're swinging your racket forward. So here are some of the common errors. Your contact point is either too high or too low. Your contact point is too out in front or behind you. Or your contact point is either too close to your body or too far away from your body. So if you have this really high contact point, there's a high chance where you might hit it into the net, because usually the racket goes from high to low. If your contact point is too low, then it's the opposite. There's a high chance where you might hit it out long. If your contact point is either too out in front or too light, then you might end up hitting it out wide, either that way or that way. If your contact point is way out in front, then the ball tends to go out that way. If your contact point is light and it's behind you, then it might go out that way. And if your contact is either too close or too far away, then there's a high chance of you framing the ball. Alright, let's move on to the backhand side, the contact point for the backhand side. So 3 things are the same. Your waist level, the number is about 7. That's how far away the racket should be. And also it's in front of your body. So when you measure the distance of how far away the racket should be, hold your racket with a non-dominant hand first and just measure the number 7. So 10, 0, number 7, and place your right hand on the bottom. And that's where your and this is where the ideal backhand contact point. If you're just using one hand for your backhand, everything else is the same. It's just more far out in front compared with your two-handed backhand. And that's because you're using only one arm and you have more reach than two-handed backhands. So waist level, that's the same. About number 7, that's the same. It's just with your dominant hand. But how far out in front is further away, more out in front than your front foot. So it's over there. So my right foot is somewhere around there, but my racket contact point is this much far away. Alright, so here are some few simple drills to work on that perfect contact point for both forehands and backhand side. Our first drill is the squeezed ball. So have a ball squeezed on the fence. If you have a marker, you can place it on the ground so that you will know where exactly to stand. Alright, so this is the squeezed ball on the fence, and there's a marker on the ground just to know where exactly to stand. So hold the racket, take your racket back, and that's the contact point. Make sure the ball is hitting the middle of the string. Yep, and just check everything, whether if your racket is at the waist level, in front of you, just where the front toe is, and the distance should be about 6 or 7. And try a couple of times. I want you to remember that. Be able to do this, be able to find that right contact point without these balls and the markers. So try the same thing on the backhand side as well. To make sure that those 3 checkpoints are all correct. Okay, our next progression is the pause shadow swing. So I'll get you guys to stand here, just on the service line. I've placed a marker here so I know where exactly to stand. Get into that surface position. As you swing your racket, I'll get you guys to pause your racket, and just notice my racket is aligned with the service line. Pause it there, make sure it's aligned, then continue your follow through. You can start from your ready position if you like. Ready position, and then surface position, pause, make sure the racket is aligned, then complete your follow through. Alright, this is our last progression, your self-fading forehand and backhand shot. So you can start from the service line. If it's a bit too easy, you can move back to the baseline. Just drop the ball in front of you and make sure you have that 3 key points checked. So the key is to adjust the contact point with your feet. So I don't want you guys to adjust with your arms like that, because that's not going to be accurate. It always has to be at that point. If the ball is not at the position, then instead of moving your arm stays. You adjust with your feet. And this is why footwork is so important in tennis. Okay, so the 3 key points were the height, how far away from your body, and how far out in front from your body. The height is at your waist level or your pocket level. The distance is about number 7. And your racket should be in front of your body. You can use that front foot as a guide for both forehands and backhands.